All right, let's dive right in. We're about to take a peek under the hood of our own minds, to explore those hidden mental shortcuts that shape our world in ways we barely even notice. Think of it as your brain's secret operating system.
I mean, really think about it. You meet someone and bam, within seconds, you've got a gut feeling about them. Where does that even come from? And why does it stick around, even when you start to see things that suggest you might have gotten it all wrong?
Well, it's not magic, and it's not necessarily a flaw in your character. It's actually a feature. It's how our brains are built for speed and efficiency. And just understanding that is the very first step to getting a little more control.
So, let's start peeling back that first layer. We're going to explore what these shortcuts really are and why our brain leans on them so heavily. Welcome to your brain's automatic pilot system.
The big term here is unconscious bias, but look at how it's defined as a natural survival tool. Our brains evolved to make these super fast decisions to keep us safe, right? Is this a friend or a foe? Is that situation safe or dangerous? It's a lightning-fast sorting process that happens completely behind the scenes without you even knowing it.
And this brings us to a really, really important distinction. Unconscious bias is automatic, kind of like breathing. It's just your brain trying to be efficient. Conscious prejudice, though, that's totally different. That's a deliberate choice, an active belief, and here's the key takeaway. Every single one of us has biases. It's just part of the standard human hardware.
Okay, so if these shortcuts are part of our hardware, how do they get programmed in the first place? Well, now we're going to look at the actual wiring inside our skulls.
So meet the two main players on the team. First up, you've got the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's super fast alarm system. It's always scanning for threats, and it reacts in milliseconds. Then you have the prefrontal cortex, which is like the great organizer. It just loves putting things into boxes and creating categories to make sense of the world really, really fast. And these two, they work together at lightning speed.
But how do these parts of the brain know what to react to? Well, they learn from everything. Literally everything around us. Every movie you've ever seen, every news story you've heard, every conversation you've had, they all carve these little pathways in your brain. And over time, those pathways become mental superhighways, making certain associations feel totally instant and, natural.
These superhighways actually have a scientific name, implicit associations. It's that automatic link your brain makes between, say, a hospital and doctors, or, on a more complex level, between certain groups of people and certain assumptions or traits. These connections can become so automatic that we don't even realize they're happening.
So, our brains are wired with all these automatic shortcuts. Is that the end of the story? Are we just stuck with them? Absolutely not. Now we get to the most amazing part of this whole thing, how we can actually become the electricians of our own minds.
This right here is the single most important idea, neuroplasticity. It just means your brain isn't fixed in stone. It's like plastic. It can be reshaped. The pathways that exist in your brain today don't have to be the pathways that are there tomorrow. We literally have the ability to build new ones. How cool is that?
So how do we actually do it? Well, here are 3 real science-backed strategies. First up, mindfulness. That just means hitting the pause button, noticing that first gut reaction without immediately acting on it. Step 2 is perspective taking. Actively ask yourself, I wonder what this looks like from their point of view. And third, intentional exposure. Go out of your way to read books, watch movies, and have conversations with people who have totally different experiences than you. But here's the thing. This isn't a one-and-done kind of fix. It's more like going to the gym for your brain. Every time you practice these steps, you're making those old automatic superhighways a little weaker, and you're paving new, more conscious, more intentional pathways. Consistency is absolutely everything.
Now, I know this might feel like a very personal, internal journey, and it is. But the impact? It does not stop inside your own head. Let's zoom out for a second and see how this individual work creates these massive ripple effects out in the world.
Just look at how this all connects. When you start to challenge your own biases, you personally start making better, more thoughtful decisions, and you form deeper, more authentic connections with people. And when you do that, you're helping create workplaces where everyone feels like they belong. You're helping build stronger communities. This personal work is the real foundation for a more fair and empathetic society for everyone.
If there's one single thing to walk away with today, it's this powerful truth. We are not just passengers in our own minds. We are not stuck with our brain's initial wiring. We have the tools, and we have the incredible ability to be the active architects of our own perceptions.
And so that leads to the final, crucial question, the one I want you to take with you. Looking at your world, at your own automatic thoughts, what's one first impression, one gut feeling, one ingrained idea that you're now ready to take a second look at? What is one thing you are ready to reimagine?